With President Schultz retiring, the Board of Regents is beginning to accept applications.
And Spokane Providence Hospital employees are striking. Murrow News 8 starts now.
From the Northwest Public Broadcasting Studios on the campus of Washington State University, this is Murrow News 8.
Hello, I'm Sadie Marie Risen.
And I'm Gunnar Scott Miller. Welcome to Murrow News 8. The Board of Regents released a statement about their plan for looking ahead after they announced Kirk Schultz is retiring in June of 2025. On Friday, the Board of Regents established a Presidential Search Advisory Committee. The PSAC will be chaired by Janet Ramos. The 25-person committee will include representation from the Board of Regents, university leadership, faculty, staff, student donors, alumni, and community leaders. Applications are now open and will be accepted through May 10th.
Speaking of new presidential searches, Gonzaga's president, Thane McCullough, is set to retire next year. This news came out 3 days after Kirk Schultz announced his retirement as well. McCullough has been working for Gonzaga over 30 years and has been the president since 2009.
The court order that was put in place to prevent Brian Koberger's defense team from surveying potential jurors has been lifted. Latah County Judge John Judge ruled on Friday. The ruling says that the survey sent out by Koberger's defense team did not violate the gag order, and they do not need to make any changes to continue surveying jurors. Providence Medical Center up in Spokane has over 500 employees currently going on strike. The strike involves technicians that work with respiratory and psychiatric care. The strike is meant for better labor wages for the technicians. The strike is expected to go on until the end of April unless any negotiations are made.
The Latah County coroner has identified the man who died in a hit and run last Thursday in North Latah County. According to Pullman Radio, 55-year-old Andrew Abbott, who was from the city of Grangeville, died after an overlength log from a log truck swung into traffic and hit the front of Abbott's truck before losing control and ending up in a field north of the highway. The log truck driver continued southbound until they were located in Julietta, Idaho.
A 14-year-old potlatch boy was safely found Saturday after going missing on Friday morning, according to Pullman Radio. On Saturday morning around 10 a.m., Latah County deputies located the boy after a child was spotted walking in Onaway. He originally walked away from home around 3 p.m. Friday morning before the Latah County Sheriff's Office activated their search and rescue team. According to the authorities, the boy was uninjured, and deputies say that he had been hiding throughout the night to avoid being found.
The city of Pullman is planning to get a third fire station and a new police station. Voters in Pullman approved a $10.5 million bond and property tax increase 6 years ago, which include $500,000 to buy property for a third fire station. It is proposed to be constructed in 2028, and the document states that WSU would share the cost of the building of the new facility. The timeline for constructing a new police facility has been moved up a year to 2027 in the draft document.
Coming up, Dead Week is coming and what benefits you can find on campus.
And we take a look at other campus events next.
It's okay to be scared. You don't have to be so strong.
Strength is not optional. This is my mother, my purpose. Real muscle is lifting her spirits between bedpans and bad news from doctors that doubt her strength. Strength is buried in bills, managing meds, and swallowing those moments of, Mom, it's me, your daughter. Remember? My strength is super. But I'm still human, right?
Look who's here. There she is. Hey, thanks for your patience. Thank you so much.
How you feel?
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community, or call 1-877-333-5885.
Grub at the Cub is keeping students well fed during prep and finals week with a bunch of free food throughout the next 2 weeks. Starting April 24th through May 3rd, every morning they are giving out free coffee and donuts. Thursday and Friday they are giving out snacks at the Cub in the afternoon. April 29th and April 30th they are giving out pizza that night, and in the afternoon on April 30th they are giving out cookies and lemonade. All of these events can be found at the Cub.
WSU sent out a couple of reminders for those who are graduating in less than 2 weeks. You should have received a link to access your graduation pass QR code. This is what the announcer will scan to pronounce your name when you walk across the stage. If you are missing your code, you must contact commencement office to be able to walk during graduation. For the day of, those who are receiving their bachelor's and master diplomas are recommended to show up 30 minutes early to the event and to find your college seating area. Graduation is free for anyone to attend, and parking will be first come, first served basis. The Distinguished Young Woman Scholarship Program announced their Moscow winner Saturday night. Morgan Apt will now advance to the Idaho State program this fall, according to the Lewiston Tribune. This year's theme for the scholarship program was Mission Possible, and the highest scoring participant who attends the University of Idaho will receive 1 free year of schooling. Apt, who plans to attend the University of Idaho, was awarded the total of $2,800 and an additional $500 for state preparation.
The annual Police Area Garage Sale is happening this weekend in Beasley Coliseum. The event is happening this Saturday from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Admission to shop at the garage sale is free to the public. To sell item, vendors must register beforehand at Beasley Coliseum's website and can rent either a booth for $25 or a table for $10.
Earlier this morning, the WSU Transfer Center was handing out goodie bags for passing students on Trail Mall, but there is a catch. The bags had a promotional slip on them. The purpose of the promotion is to promote their pizza and prep event at Lighty Room 180, where students can study while enjoying a slice of pizza until 5 p.m. today.
Well, with all these campus events happening, Sedona, will the weather still be sunny?
Yes, the weather will still be sunny for the next few days here. Today we have a high of 56 with a low of 33, but the wind is not too bad at all. It's only 7 miles per hour, and it was super sunny outside today. It was super nice on my walk to class. And then looking at tomorrow, it's going to be even warmer with 67 as a high. There's going to be some light clouds coming in, but it shouldn't happen until the nighttime, and so you should be good with that for tomorrow. And then looking across the state, it is sunny everywhere in Washington right now, which is very rare. And then the place with the most high temperatures is the Tri-Cities with 66 degrees. And then if we look at our 5-day forecast, it's going to be very nice for the next 3 or so days, and then it'll go back down a little bit into the 50s, but it should still be nice enough to be outside. Except for Friday, it's supposed to rain a little bit, and I'll send it back to you guys at the desk.
Coming up next, Cougar basketball has a new player on the roster.
And we recap spring football and more.
It feels like no matter where you look, the state of the world's getting worse. Oceans full of plastic, an endless amount of waste, an impossible task ahead of fixing our beloved planet. But change can't happen if you do nothing. So here's where you should start. Reduce. Why? Because Americans produce more than 200 million tons of waste every year, and you don't want to add to that. Reuse. Why? Because reusing and repurposing cuts back on unnecessary waste, and it gives things a chance at new life. Recycle. Why? Because recycling creates jobs. It helps our community and it helps our planet. And after doing all this, what will we be left with? We'll be left with a planet that will slowly start to heal. We'll be left with more money in our pockets. We'll be left with more opportunity for work. And most importantly, we're left with hope for the future. So reduce, reuse, recycle.
The WCU Women's Golf finished day 1 of the Golf Pac-12 Championship in 3rd place, with the 11-team field at 9 over. There were strong winds, making it a very challenging day. Our reporter Morgan White went to the tournament today to learn more.
So my name's Riley Baker. I'm a sports information director with Washington State. Washington State's been still cruising along. They're at 3 under today so far. Still waiting on a couple groups, but they're 6 over for the round, sitting in 6th place. So they've stayed consistent.
I was just over at hole 18, so I saw all 5 of the Cougars finish up the course, and they all finished strong. They all made their final putts, and some really nice chip shots onto the green. So it's been a fun day out here.
It's the second day of the Pac-12 Women's Golf Championship, but you can still see behind me people are playing, they're finishing up, and tomorrow it sounds like it's going to be a shorter day, so if you want to check out the golf championship, you better come early.
Idaho's all-time leading basketball scorer, Lapway star Case Winnett, is headed to Washington State to continue his hoops career. The 6'6" guard and forward announced his commitment to the Cougs yesterday on social media. Winnett was also considering Washington or returning his commitment to Utah State, but instead chose to join new WSU coach David Riley and his rebuild in Pullman. This addition will help replace the role of Andrei Yakimovsky, who transferred to Colorado yesterday. WSU football continued spring practice on Saturday with their second scrimmage at Giesa Field. The Cougs saw the offense throw 3 touchdown passes and rush for another, while the defense had 6 sacks and picked off 1 pass. New quarterback Zevi Eckhouse unofficially went 13 of 20 for 159 yards, and a touchdown kicker Dean Janikowski connected for 47 yards, 32 yards, and 37 yards. Yesterday, the Coug baseball team had a long game down in Tucson, Arizona. The Cougs lost 7-6 in 11 innings. WSU tied the game with 1 run in the 9th inning, but the number 19 Arizona notched a 7-7 win with a walk-off RBI single in the 11th inning. The Cougs received a 3-hit game from Crew Park as well as 2 hit games from Cole Kramer, Will Cresswell, and Max Hartman. The women's rowing team won the Folly Cup for the 29th time in its 32-year history, with a big win in the 1v8 race on Friday. The team won by about 4 seconds in the best race of the day while improving their times from prior races this season. The Cougs will continue their season with 1 more regatta this Friday and Saturday at the Wheeler Invitational in Raleigh, North Carolina, before the Pac-12 Championship on May 19th at Lake Natoma in Gold River, California.
Coming up next, we discuss Earth Day and what that means for Washington State parks.
Dad, they took over my bedroom. Come on, come on. Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Today is Earth Day, and to celebrate Washington State, Parks is offering free admissions to every one of their state parks. Some of those parks near Pullman include Palouse Falls State Park, Steptoe Butte State Park, and the Palouse to Cascade State Park Trail. Well, fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, but before I joined Murrow, I was actually an environmental science major, and I wanted to be a forester. So I love Earth Day.
Have you visited all those state parks then?
I've visited too many, probably like more than 20, but yeah, a lot of them for sure.
Well, thank you for joining us. If you missed any of our previous episodes, you can catch them on our YouTube channel.
Have a good night.